Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our My Chemical Romance listen along thingamabob. We're doing the Black Parade today, naturally, as that is the album that comes after 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge. Now, if you've not been following the series so far, we've covered, of course, Bullets and 3 Cheers, and my reactions to those albums were completely polar opposites of each other, pretty much. So it'd be interesting to see how this one goes, because this is widely regarded as one of, if not the best emo album of all time, and the best in their discography by a lot of people, even though from what I know, the people that I know anyway, they prefer 3 Cheers, but we'll find out. But anyway, before we kick off, I've got some notes here that have been prepared for me to fill me in on a couple of things. And is that this is the first album with a lad called Bob. What's his name here? Bob Breyer. Bob Breyer as the drummer. Bullets and 3 Cheers were played by Matt something. The guitarists have stayed the same throughout the entirety of the band. The rhythm is played by Frank Iero, and the lead is by Ray Toro. Bass is played by Mikey Way, which is Gerard Way's younger brother. This was meant to be the final album, but instead of releasing Danger Days a few years later, this would be the last one. They started writing this album back in 2002, and it released in 2006. And when you listen to Mama, some of the backing vocals are performed by the Iero and Way mothers. Yeah, so the mothers of the Ieros and the Ways. That's a mouthful. So 14 tracks. 13 technically. But, who cares? Let's begin. The end. What's this? It's the start of the end. Surrender the throne. No, I'm kidding. Oh, it's an actual song. Alright, I'll stop dicking about. That's a nice transition. Jesus Christ, I don't think I've heard a solo like that in an intro before. You can tell this were from the 2000s, mid-2000s especially. Lord. What a cheap way to make a catchy song. I don't know what it is. I hate songs that do that, when it's like la, na, da, whatever it is, sounding things out like that. It's catchy for no good reason. Yeah, alright. Nice opening track. Is that the real M Shadows? Did not expect that from a song like what the genre's supposed to be. That felt like an Avenged Sevenfold song from the Nightmare album, just dialed down a little bit to like hard rock instead of heavy metal. That was an interesting track. I liked it, it was alright, but as soon as I heard the vocals go like that, it reminded me completely of A7X. This is an interesting one. I don't know, it's not... It's kind of like reminding me a lot of those songs from the other albums, but at the same time it's not. This is like continuous, another evolving of the formula, and I don't know, it's just become another generic rock song. That's a nice melody. I like that melody. Very nice. Very, very nice harmonization. Now, we all know this song. If you find me a person that says, I don't know this song, they're fucking lying. Everybody knows this song. So in that case, I'm going to waffle. So far, we're like, what, 4 or 5 tracks deep? Something like that? Are we? Yeah, 5. I find it strange that this isn't one of the first, if not the first song on the album. It has opening vibes. This doesn't sound like it should come here, if that makes sense. But anyways, I digress. I don't have many complaints about the first couple of tracks. They've been fine enough, I guess. You know, they have an identity, but compared to the previous album being 3 Cheers, it just doesn't feel like they stand out as much, simply because the choruses in that album, they hit with a bang. Like, as soon as it hits the chorus, they want you to know it's the chorus. This just feels like it seamlessly blends, which is not a bad thing, but oh my goodness gravy, they get repetitive pretty quickly. They don't have standout instrumentals like the previous album did in some cases, especially the first half of the previous album, that is. Whereas with this one as well, don't get me wrong, this song stands out from the rest that I know of anyway, in how unique it is as a song. It was charting everywhere in the UK when it came out, blah blah blah. You know, it was one of the most mainstream emo songs to ever be made, and for good reason. It's a great song. But yeah, no, this is such a different song compared to the previous 4. And what comes later, the only song I know is Teenagers, and I'll talk about that when we get to it. But for now, I'll just sit here and listen to this one, and I'll respond to a few text messages, because I've got a few text messages, but I'll skip when I get to the end. All you need to know is I enjoyed this song. The outro to the song's pretty cool as well. It's a marching drum, and it's, you know, a song about a parade. Oh, dramatic. Okay, next song. I Don't Love You. I said that to this band once. Yeah, so this is seemingly one of the slow songs of the album. You know, not necessarily the love song, but just the acoustic-ish kind of song. I like the Yesterday. That sounds nice. Hello. Oh, hi. Can I help you? Standing on my keyboard. Activating all the shortcuts. God darn it. There we go, that's better. Okay. This one's fine, I guess. There's nothing inherently wrong with it. It's just not a bit of me. I don't mind a song like this, but this isn't how I enjoy them. Wait, come on then. Come on. Okay, yeah, that'll be fine. The House of Wolves. We're taking away the T, but this is the name of one of my favourite Bring Me the Horizon songs, so let's see how this one compares. Can you get off the mic, Arm? I'm getting products of its time from this one. 2000s alt punk rock kind of song. Again, I'm getting theatre vibes from this one. It would work well as a soundtrack song or a theatre song. But as a song on its own, again, this one's not a bit of me. Generic little section. Yeah, I don't know about that one. That one was okay, I guess. Again, it's just, this reminds me of Bullets again, where it's there's songs that are so different. Like, it feels like you've got these thrashy kind of songs, and then you've got songs that just try and switch it up completely and try and do something from the previous album. So whether or not this is trying to be a best of both worlds, it's not working for me. And we have another slow song. They are decent, clean vocals, in all fairness. Cannot fault it. This sounds like the, like, average song an emo would do on karaoke if they don't want to look like a disappointment in front of the family for trying to scream vocals. Which is valid. Oh, fine. Again, like I said, the comparison I made stands. Fine enough. Yeah. To be fair, this album reminds me a little bit, obviously, again, different sound completely in genre, but this is reminding me a bit of The Here and Now by Architects, and the fact that it's an album that sort of feels more like it combines the previous two albums, tries something new, and also has two clean vocal songs on it that are supposed to be the emotional songs. Again, another one that's like theatre. It reminds me of theatre, clowning around. You know what I mean? It's just got that goofy vibe. And I don't like it. Kill me. Even the chorus ain't doing it for me, I'm not gonna lie. Minus the mama, that's some like 80s, 90s hard rock thrash metal kind of Metallica shit. It was cool. I don't know about that one. It had an interesting bridge, and some parts where I was like, it's okay. But the theatrics and the goofiness in times, it just loses me. This is why My Chemical Romance for the longest time as a band lost me before I started to do this and listen to the previous album, for example. It's because, you know, they aren't consistent to a theme sound in a certain song. Something goes off the rails at some point and it goes batshit crazy. And when I'm engrossed in a song, I want to be engrossed in the song and the vibe, not get thrown off a wild roller coaster. As crazy of a fucker I am, and as short as my attention span can be, it ain't for me. That sounds decent. See, the instrumental in this one's actually not bad at all. I actually quite like it, but I don't know. I think it's just the way the song's written lyrics-wise. I don't like the final instrument to the song is, of course, the vocals, and I don't know how to feel about how this one's moving. It's not clicking. I get this. I'm not feeling anything from this one. I'm not. It's knocking me to sleep, if anything. Oh. Jesus, how long is the outro to this fucking song? If that one was reworked just a little bit to have some bassy, like more, you know, heavy hitting drums and an absolute complete shift of lyrics and style, that would be an absolute belter of a heavy track. Okay, I'm gonna waffle again because This is another song that everyone knows. This is probably their most popular song of all time. But anyways, like I was saying, if that one was like changed a bit to be heavier, like a heavy metal song, performed by the correct vocalist with different lyrics, but keep that part where they go just sleep, wake up, that would be a heavy hitter of a song for me. But oh well. Anyways, Teenagers, I fucking love this song, man. I hate it so much. Kill me, shoot me. The boys and girls in the clique. So, why do you hate this song? It's obnoxious. I've heard it too many times. Now, there'll be someone watching this who's gone, well, I've seen you drunk, and when we go clubbing, you're screaming along to this song. Yeah, I'm intoxicated. I don't care anymore at that point. I'm just trying to have fun. Keyword is try. It's just so overplayed. Like, I don't know what it is. It's such an obnoxious vibe to a song. Again, it's just that goofy style. I don't like it. This is what I mean when I say the emo scene never struck me the same way it did most people. This is one of the most popular songs within the space and culture, and I fucking hate it. Hey, boy, now. Just call me a pipe pooper. Call me whatever you want to call me, but fuck that song, man. Another one! Oh, it's 5 minutes long. That one lost me right from the start. That's I don't like music like that. That's boring. I'm just at that point now where I'm like, bro, fuck this album. Linkin Park's just tweeted, be part of something September 5th. That mysterious countdown is concluded at 120 hours. September 5th, something's going on. I'll make a video about that. Oh, I've heard this one. I wonder why it sounded. I was like, this sounds slightly familiar. Yeah, I've heard this one. Nah, this one's all right. It's all right. Odd how they chose to focus the vocals there on the left and the right ear specifically at the same time, rather than just both ears at the same time, if that makes sense. It doesn't create the standard sound. It's got a weird sound. Anyways, I know this one takes a little minute to kick in, and this is only a short little track at the end. But anyways, as far as the album's gone so far, if you couldn't tell already, this one lost me from the start. It's got one standout mega hit, being the Black Parade for me. Teenagers is an obnoxious sack of shit that burns in a bin. And the rest of it's just... It has an identity, but at the same time feels like just generic rock, hard rock songs with the emo elements. And it's the emo element being the vocals and lyrics of this band that is the worst element they could have put into it, because it's the one thing that's always so topsy-turvy for me. It worked so well in most songs in the previous album because it knew what it was doing and it knew what it wanted to be. It had that special identity where everything was unique and everything was lovely and everything was, you know, roses. But no, this were, I don't know. For such an acclaimed album by so many people, I'm disappointed, to say the least. I got lost after track 6, 7. Maybe I was expecting too much, but I don't know. It's not for me. I know this one as well. It's very frantic, circusy. Yeah. if anything, the fact that that is what closes out the album leaves a good song leaves a sour taste in my mouth, because if anything, Famous Last Words is a much better. Well, obviously this isn't designed to be a track. Let's say it's a nice little spoof at the end, but this is better off not on the album at all. Famous Last Words is a decent song. I enjoyed that one a little bit, but as far as the rest of it goes, the end I'm not even going to talk about because it's just not anything to me really. Dead was okay. This Hour Disappear was meh. Sharpest Lives again, fine. Welcome to Black Parade, of course, we all know that one. I Don't Love You Again was fine. House of Wolves, not my thing. Cancer, again, meh. Mama was just bleh. Sleep, again, I think Sleep has the most potential to become a song that I enjoy. If there's a heavy cover of this song out there, I'd probably enjoy it. It's just the vocal and lyrical execution of this song that I don't enjoy, but the rest of it, like I said, transform a few elements into something different, I'll enjoy it a lot more. I hate this song. Disenchanted, again, fine. Famous Last Words, I enjoyed that one. That was alright. But as far as it goes, I'm severely disappointed with the Black Parade. Probably not what you was hoping to hear, but yeah. If this was their last album, again, as a casual and not a fan, I wouldn't have been bothered whatsoever, and I don't know what pushed them to make another one if they were so dead set on this being the last one. Maybe just the success of some of the songs in it, but I'm not too sure. But yeah, I think this is a very unsatisfying conclusion to this. 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge is still the best album by a long mile. This one's better than Bullets, but it's not much better. This one's actually listenable, unlike Bullets. But yeah, as far as that goes, thanks for watching, I guess. Sorry if you're disappointed. I sure am. And I'm just going to go back to the cue that it was giving me, because this is a lot better.